Good morning. It's Weekends with Ken on CJAD 800. I'm Dave Kaufman, in for Ken Connors, and we all need a little bit of happiness right now. The news can be, well, it's been tough for the last 100 days or the last 4 years, depending on how close you've been paying attention. But let's bring in Montreal actress and journalist Samara O'Gorman with some good news and some positivity and some light. Samara, good morning.
Good morning, Dave. Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much for joining. I want you to tell our audience about Your Local Samaritan.
Okay, so basically I've had this idea on the back burner for quite some time now. You know, when I was young, my mom used to call me Your Local Samaritan because my name's Samara. It was kind of a play on words. And she would always notice my positivity and, warm heartedness towards others. So I've had this idea in the back of my head, but now with everything canceled, I was in a few plays because I do theater. I had nothing to do over the summer. And I thought, why not bring people together through acts of generosity and kindness? Because, when you spread kindness, more often than not, you will receive kindness in return. So my goal is to teach others the importance of kindness and generosity through articles, interviews, interactions, where I'll be highlighting and creating, genuine connections with other quote-unquote local Samaritans.
So this has started on Facebook right now, and you can go and like the page at Your Local Samaritan on Facebook.
Exactly.
You already reached over 200 likes, and I'm imagining the first video is coming out soon, right?
It's coming out on Friday, so Friday the 26th.
Wonderful. What's it going to be about?
It's about the Black Lives Matter movement. I interviewed my good friend Kerwin. He talked about the protest that happened in Sherbrooke and how this movement can really, develop with kindness and understanding more than anything else.
We're chatting with Samara O'Gorman. She's a journalist and an actress. You had mentioned that you'd had a few plays canceled this summer. What's it like to not be on stage?
It's my second home. I've always felt that way, but I think with patience, it'll be even better when we get back into it. So
I hope so. I'm seeing everything opening up, and theater's one that we could see outside. I was thinking, like, wouldn't it be nice to have a Shakespeare in the Park that we could all socially distance at this summer?
It's about time to have some socially distanced theater. I mean, we've had Zoom, but it's just not the same.
No, it's really not. I want to talk more about Your Local Samaritan because I think it's just a fantastic idea, and I didn't realize that this all stemmed from a nickname that your mom gave you. How cool is that? She must be really proud of what you're doing.
Yeah, no, she couldn't be happier. She's like I call her my momager because she's like managing all my stuff, and she's my best friend. So yeah.
So you want to spread love and you want to spread kindness with this and hope that in turn that it pays forward. Is this a result from all the doom and gloom that we're seeing out there?
Yeah, my message is basically a local Samaritan is an individual who does good deeds out of compassion and kindness with no hope of reward in return. So I really feel like we have to start being kind because in return, you'll feel that. We have to start feeling good. I mean, it's been months and months of this doom and gloom 24-hour news cycle. That's just, we need some light in the world right now. It's my bottom line.
How do you maintain your positivity?
I think it's a mix of a lot of things. I was born into a nice household with two very kind parents who raised me very well. But also I just think it's my character. I was just raised like this. Yeah.
Well, it's important to maintain that in the midst of the darkness that we all see out there. It's so important to find that light, and if you can be a beacon for others, then that's an incredible trait, Samara. We've got a couple of minutes left with Samara O'Gorman, and I encourage you to check out on Facebook Your Local Samaritan. Click like, and you'll be ready for when that first video comes out next Friday on the 26th. Yeah. What other projects are you working on with Your Local Samaritan? You said the first one's going to be Black Lives Matter related.
Yes, and then from there, I'll just be exploring stories of individuals, places, events that are charitable or contribute to their community in a positive light. So I guess I'll take this last minute to say that if you want to be involved in this project or a story of someone who has been spreading kindness, don't hesitate to contact me. You could find Your Local Samaritan on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, and there's also a blog on Wix. So you can contact me on any of those and share your kindness and positivity, and I'll be more than happy to set up an interview with you.
Samara O'Gorman, you're filling a void that is desperately needed in our world right now and in our city right now. So thank you. I'm so happy that this is something you've started, and I'm so excited to see what comes out of it.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for having me on, Dave.